there are times where women have to step up and play a role. What are the principles? The principle in Islam, Allah did not say women should, remain hidden. In fact, even the ayah وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ in Surah Al-Ahzab is talking about Ummahatul Mu'minin, it's talking about the mothers of the believers. And there's a reason for that, because they are considered our mothers forever. There's a reason they were given special instructions. In that same surah, Allah says, لَسْتُنَّ كَأَحَدٍ مِّنَ النِّسَاءِ. You're not like any other women. That's why and no other woman will always be considered the entire ummah's mother. They cannot marry any other man after them. If they just walk around outside, even if they're fully covered, and some man says, I wonder if she's married, he's having a thought about his mother. Allah wants to prevent that completely from even happening, ever. So He tells them, وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ. So even when the Sahaba come to meet with Aisha radiallahu anha, min wara'i hijab, she has to meet them from behind a curtain. She's not seeing anybody. So they were given special instructions. But the instructions for the rest of the ummah, they're in Surah An-Nur. So the special status of the women, the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, by and large, that's discussed in Surah Al-Ahzab. So what we've done is we've kind of conflated these things and made them into using that to generalize women are supposed to stay inside. But they didn't stay inside. There's enough evidence that women even joined the Sahaba in battle. There's enough evidence that they were interacting with the men. There's enough evidence they were traveling together. The Hajj ritual itself breaks. This is the most sacred ritual. Shouldn't there be a women's section for Tawaf? Why was there never one? Because they were a part of society. And the thing is that Allah gave us this deen based on fitrah. There's some natural things we're supposed to be inclined towards, like decency, the way a person dresses. Allah gave khimar to the women, not because it protects them from they're protected from the eyes of men, but actually they're protected from their own desire to show off, actually. If you study Surah An-Nur, that's what it's talking about. So once they observe these principles of haya, of modesty, of engagement, like the sisters the two sisters in Madian who were getting the water from the well, they're engaged in a hostile non-Muslim environment and they're working, right? So women being in a public space, women fulfilling a certain role that normally is associated with men, the Quran never condemned it. The Quran never spoke against it. And how somehow we think this is a modern idea. It's not a modern idea. It's a classical idea. And if you actually study Islamic history, you'll see throughout our tradition that this was a non-issue. And even in contemporary life, I like examples like Malaysia and Indonesia. I like these examples because these are very vibrant, very committed, very educated Muslim societies where women play a great role in the society while holding on to their Islam and their Islamic principles. It's a beautiful thing to see. And there's no reason for someone to think that's not supposed to be the case. Or you're not supposed to be but women are meant to be, doctors and teachers and nothing else. No, you can be a civil servant. Why not? What's wrong with you being what's wrong with you being a lawyer? What's wrong with you being a professor? What's wrong with you being a research scientist? There's nothing preventing you from any of it. And this is the same advice I would give my own daughters. Pursue whatever it is that Allah has given you. And if we don't do this, we're taking more than 50% of our talent pool and we're basically telling them all your education, all your mind, all your potential is useless.